All right, what up, guys? So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 10 mistakes that you need to avoid as a new real estate investor, all right? New real estate wholesaler specifically, because if you make it, it's going to cost you a lot of money. And these are the mistakes that I see new real estate wholesaler makes when they get into the game, just like me when I first started my real estate career 12 years ago. And I'm here to show you how to avoid them and become a better real estate investor, wholesaler in general. All right. So let's rock and roll. So number one that you need to avoid. Oh, shoot. I got to check my phone. I was live on Facebook, but hold on a second. Hold on a second. I have to end the live. Oh, no. I have to end the live. Hold on a second. Because all of my notes here, it's on here. It's on my phone. So hold on a second. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Okay, hold on a second. I just want to make sure here that we're good. Okay. All of my notes on here. There's so much to mention, you know. So number one mistakes that I see most wholesaler makes is that they mention a price. So when on the phone with the seller, they mention the price first. They are the first one to mention a price. And you already know that's the number one rules to negotiating is never be the person who mentioned a price first. Always make sure that you ask the seller, the other party, what they want for the property. All right. You make them give you a number first before you actually give them your price. That's the number one ultimate rule to negotiating. And I want to, on top of that, I also want to add in to this number one is that never mention, okay, that you are a wholesaler to the seller. When a seller asks you, so what do you guys do? Don't say that you are a wholesaler. Okay, most sellers don't know what that is. It's come off very scammy, and you have to sit there and explain to them for hours what wholesaling is, and it's still going to come off very scam, right? Imagine when you first got into real estate and you heard about wholesaling, scam, right? So do not tell them that you are a wholesaler. Just let them know that you are a real estate investor, that you work with a group of investors in the local market, and you guys are looking to buy some property for cash. Okay, so never mention the price first, and never mention that you are a wholesaler. Just say that you are a real estate investor. And they ask you, so what do you guys typically do? We either buy, fix, and flip it, or we buy, fix it, and keep it as a long-term rental. And sometimes, you know, I do sell this over to my partner as well, because we do a lot. Okay, so that's the number one mistakes I see. New wholesaler, mention a price, saying that they are a wholesaler on the call. Okay, so number two, okay, these are the 10 mistakes that you need to avoid. And if you make one of this mistake, comment in the chat and let me know. Okay, number two is that do not tell the buyer. Okay, do not tell the buyer. Okay, how much you make. Never ever tell the buyer how much you make, my friend. When a buyer asks you, so how much are you making on this deal, or how long do you have it under contract, you never tell them. All they need to know is that they just need to know that the price that they're buying it for, which already include, okay, your assignment. You need to let them know that, hey, the price that we sent out is already including our assignment. And all we need to know from you is that if that's going to work with you or not, and how fast can you close. When a buyer asks you, what's your time frame, how long you got under contract, come back and ask them, how quickly can they close, distract them and get them focused on what matters. What matters, it doesn't matter how long I got under contract. It doesn't matter how much I got it for. What matters is, are you willing to pay the price, and how fast can you close if you want the deal? Okay? Because some buyer out there, they do nasty business, okay? They want to know how much you get it for so they can negotiate with you on your assignment and get you down on price. They want to know how long you got to lock up on a contract so they can wait for your contract to expire and come in and take the deal from you. Dude, those are just bad business, all right? Never do bad business, my friend, because I do believe in karma. What goes around comes around. But there are people out there that takes advantage of people. Let me turn this lights on really quick too here. It's a little dark, Maybe this will brighten it up a little bit. It's a little bit better. Okay. Is it a little bit better or is it still the same? Comment in the chat and let me know. Is the lighting, is that light really help or does it? Okay. Number 3. Oh man, this is a big one. Okay. This is a big one. Jack of all trades. Okay. Never ever try to be the jack of all trades, man. So yesterday I got on a TikTok live, and this cat, he was 18. He'd been following me since he was 18. Now that he's 24, and within those 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, within those 6 years, I asked him what has he done? Nothing. Here is what he told me. He wanted to be a realtor. Then he saw the whole fix and flip. Then he wants to get into fix and flip. Then he saw people want to talk about buy and hold, and he want to buy and hold. Then he got to me wholesaling, and he wants to wholesale, and he wants to learn sub two, creative financing. You see, when you're first starting out, you're so new, you're so fresh. You don't want to learn everything because you can't. You don't want to be jacks of all trade and master of none. You want to pick one thing that you want to do and focus on that one thing, learn that one thing, master that one skill. Okay? Do you want to be a realtor? Then go be a realtor. When you decide to be a realtor, then what it is your network of people that you hang around and talk about. It's all about realtor stuff. Listing the property, finding, connecting with investors. That's all they talk about, right? If you want to be a fix and flipper, now you're going to start surrounding yourself with other house flipper. That, contractor. You got to go to the city. You got to learn getting the permit, the process. So it's all different. It's different skill set. All right. And you can't, when you're new, you don't want to do all of them. And a lot of you, just like me, I made the same mistake. It's that you want to do everything and you end up doing nothing. So for the 6 years, he done nothing. Nothing. He trying to get his license. He trying to, he has no capital. His credit's not good. And he trying to buy and hold. Come on, man. Shit. So the cat was just all over the place. So listen, if you want to learn how to wholesale, learn how to wholesale. That's all you do, right? And then eventually once you master wholesaling, then you'll be like, you know what? I might want to pick up a fix and flip here and there. So you want to do a hybrid. You master the game of wholesaling and you now can cherry pick what you want to wholesale. Maybe there's a house that you want to come in, fix and flip it really quick. Or maybe you want to fix it up and keep it as a long-term rental, right? But you master one first, okay? If you want to be a landlord, now you're going to start surround yourself with, private money lender. You got to build a relationship with bank. You got to get your credit up. You got to, you got to learn how to buy and hold process, right? The BRRRR method, buy, fix, right? Buy, fix, rent, refi. Right? All that entire process. Okay? So it's every single one of them require different skill set. So pick one and master that one. If you want to learn creative financing, then just focus on creative financing. Okay? It's different from wholesaling. Okay? There's a lot to learn with creative financing. I think creative financing is a little bit tougher to even learn. That's why I just love to clean in and out wholesaling real estate. And that's what I teach. Right? You come in, get it under contract, sell to a cash buyer. Just so nice and clean and so much easier to learn as a new real estate investor. Okay? So pick one. Comment in the chat, YouTube family. Comment in the chat and let me know which one are you currently doing right now. Okay? Don't do everything. Okay? Number 4, mistake number 4, my friend. Mistake number 4 is don't show the property. Okay? Don't show property to buyer without setting up the expectation. What do I mean by this? It's that you got to prep your seller up and you got to prep your buyers up. And then you need to have someone there to facilitate the showing. I call them the facilitator. It's either you or someone on your team or someone that you have built relationship with because you're doing it virtually. You're wholesaling virtual. Okay, so you're not in the States. You're not in the area. So before you show the property, right, let's just say that you found the buyer. Buyer's like, hey, I'm good to go. I want to move forward. I want to inspect the property. Don't just send the buyer out there. Okay, make sure you prep the seller up. Let the seller know, hey, my contractor or my finance partner is going to go out there, take a look at the property, inspect it really quick. right? So we can determine what needed to be done, right? So, and then for the buyer, you need to prep your buyer up. You need to qualify your buyer, making sure they are legit, okay? That they're not going to quit on you in the middle of the transaction. So qualify your buyer and prep your buyer up and let them know that, hey, I'm going to have John, which is one of my partner. He's going to be there to facilitate the showing, right? You're going to be there on behalf of our company as a contractor, as a, as our finance partner, whatever you want to say it, right? But please do not discuss any number with the seller. Anything, all you're there is just look at the property, inspect the property, making sure you're happy. And then we can discuss if you have any issue or question about anything. That's something we discuss privately. Bam, right? So make sure that you prep them up. I see a lot of wholesaler just send them out there and dude, it goes crazy. And also too is I want to add one more thing. A lot of times new wholesaler will be like, well, Carl, I got 5 people that's interested, 6 people interested. Should I just show them all at once? In my personal opinion, unless the property is vacant or unless it's a rented property, the seller's not there, then it's okay, right? I typically like to show between 2 to 3 buyer max, and how I say to the seller, say, hey, my contractor, I got 2, 3 contractors that's going to be there. I have them all come at once so that way we don't waste your time going in and out on the property multiple times. And we just get the bid all at once so they can, give us the best price, right? So that's how you say it, okay? So typically I think 2 to 3 max at most if it's seller owner occupied, the seller's there. Because if you bring 5 to 7 people there, dude, it can get pretty wild, right? You have to be able to keep everything under control, okay? And it's hard when that's that many people, okay? Mistake number 5. Oh yes, mistake number 5. I see some of you make this mistake. So comment in the chat and let me know, okay? Mistake number 5 is that do not start buying real estate, okay? Do not start buying real estate until you make at least $25,000 a month in your wholesaling business net a month. Until you get to this point, do not buy real estate, okay? Because every single time when you take the cash away from your business to park it in a property, you're slowing your business down. Do you know how many times I see new real estate investor make this mistake? And it's hard for them to go from 1 deal to 1 deal a month or to 2 deal a month or to 3 deal a month is because they just, let's just say that they just closed their first deal or the second deal or the third deal, right? And the man, they made $50,000 and they decided, you know what, I'm going to start buying some passive income because it sounds sexy, right? I'm going to start building my wealth. I'm going to start buying. And they took the $50,000, they go buy a piece of property, and now their $50,000 is stuck in this property and they have no capital to put it into their wholesaling business, to scale it, to hire team, to get systems, software, right? To actually take their wholesaling business to the next level. So it felt like they're starting all over again, right? At zero. So they're doing it all over again. So don't make that mistakes. First, you got to focus on getting rich. Once you got rich, then you build wealth. Then you build wealth, my friend. Then you start buying real estate and then hold it. Because buy and hold is a long-term game, not a short-term game. Okay, that is mistake number 5. So avoid making that mistake, okay? Once again, until you get to $25,000 a month, what you do is every 4 property that you wholesale, you keep 1. And that's how you get rich and you're building wealth at the same time without slowing your business down, without suffocating your business. Every 4 wholesale deal you do, you keep the 5th one, okay? That way you still have cash to fuel and to fund your wholesaling business. All right? So we're at number 5 already, okay? So just a little commercial break now that we're at number 5. So I just recently launched what's called a SKOOL community. And let me share with you what's included. And I personally want to invite you. G Brown, welcome to the live. I want to personally invite you into this community. And here is how it's going to benefit you and it's going to help you make more money. So in the SKOOL community, costs you less than 2 Starbucks coffee. Okay? Once we hit 100 people, the price is going to go up. But here's what you would get. Okay. Recently, I'm going to give you my contract that I used for the past 12 years to make millions of dollars from. This contract here, all my students use the exact same contract. I also give you the JV contract. So you'll get all the contract, okay, to get started in your wholesaling business. I'll also give you my script, okay, my badass script that I charge $495 for free. I'm also going to give you 100 hours of cold calling tips, okay, for free. My buddy Q, which is another badass 7-figure real estate wholesaler, is also going to hook you up with 300 seller objection and how to overcome it like a pro for free. Once again, you're getting all of these for less than 2 Starbucks, cost of 2 Starbucks. Okay. I recently just uploaded a protocol, which is from A to Z on how to hire a VA. From A to Z, the protocol that I spent for the past 7 years, where to hire the VA, how to enroll them, how to filter, qualify them, how to train them, and how to get them into your dream team, A to Z. Okay, this is something, dude, I just dropped that. Also, too, is you will get exclusive content. Okay, exclusive content that I've never shared on social media. Recorded call that I have with a seller, a buyer, a realtor, whatever it is. Okay. And on top of everything, guess what I recently just did? I'm taking all of my top students, man. I'm bringing all of my top students. My top students are I'm bringing them into that community. So my whole goal with that community is not just to teach you about wholesaling and how to virtually wholesale and become the best real estate wholesaler out there. Basically, in the community, I will give you tips, tricks, hacks, secrets, and strategies to stay on top of your wholesaling game, to beat your competitions, and to stay relevant, okay? Because things change so fast. You want to be a part of the community that has all the tips, the tricks, the secrets on what is actually working in today's market so you can be on top of your game, okay? And I'm bringing my top students in, like Clinton. Clinton has already closed 15 real estate wholesale deal, and he just started with me back in like February of this year. Jamil, dude, just closed another deal for $18,000. Jericho just closed another deal for $9K, and his biggest deal is $107,000. So basically, I'm bringing my top student into the community as well. So on top of everything, I also want to give you access to other real estate investors across the country that you can network, build relationships, and do deals together. I want you guys to take a moment and think of this. One piece of information that you get from it just in a month, or one connection that you get from it in a month, it can make you so much more money. And it can take your business from here to here. Because you never know. One piece of information, one connection can literally change the game. So if you want in, the link is in my description. Once we hit 100 members, the price is going to increase. So once again, first come, first serve. Lock in for that premium price of just 2 Starbucks coffee, okay? So the link is in the descriptions. Once you join, come back to the live and let me know that you were in there. Amir, wow. How do I sign up, Amir? The link is in my description. Gmail, how do I join? Link is in the descriptions. Or you can go to SKOOL.com. Hold on a second. Let me type it out here, okay? Let me add a banner here. Create a banner. Or you can go SKOOL.com, okay, /WTM club. And all this stuff is only free for club member. So add a banner. There you go. Once again, the link is in my descriptions, or go to SKOOL.com /WTM club. Dude, you guys are going to be blown away of the amount of value that is provided in there. Medical clip. Dude, the price, less than 2 Starbucks coffee. Okay? But once again, once we hit 100 member, the price is going to go up. Let me show you what the page looks like, and then we'll move on to our next one. So right now we currently have 82 member. See it? Yep, 82 member. And I look forward to seeing you on there. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, okay? So tomorrow I'm dropping another free course, my friend, another free course that I'm going to drop tomorrow. Oh, I also forgot. I just spent almost 40 minutes launching a free course showing you exactly how to custom build your own motivated seller list that only you know about, that you can target them to get you the biggest, land you the biggest deal with the biggest spread. So make sure when you join the SKOOL community, can you write it on the whiteboard? Kimberly, okay, so go to SKOOL. I'll do it for you, Kimberly, .com/WTM club. Okay? For less than 2 Starbucks coffee, okay? Come and join, okay? Okay, let's move on to the next one, okay? Enough of that. But check the classroom, okay? Check the classroom. When you join, just at the top, it says classroom. Okay, number 6 here is a mistake here, number 6, okay? Mistake number 6 is that okay, I need you guys to understand this. Sometimes you can scale yourself out of business because you scale way too fast. And listen, this not only happen to new real estate investor, but also to experienced real estate investor. Ask me how I know. I have friends and buddies that actually scale themselves out of business, where they have to let go of everybody and have to start back at zero again because they over leverage. Okay, they spent so much money on marketing and they got in systems, they're hiring a bunch of people on at the same time. I'm talking about a wholesaling business, not a fix and flip business. You can scale yourself out of your wholesaling business where you have to start all over again by yourself. And that's what happened because they spent so much money on marketing and they just hire on, instead of hiring one person and getting and just start slow and steady, they hire on 5 people at the same time. And then all of a sudden their overhead went from $1,000 a month to like boom, $10,000 or $20,000 a month. And they scale themselves out of business by going too fast, too quick. So I need you guys to understand, slow and steady is what really wins the race. So which means you got to build your foundation. Build your foundation, my friend, to the point where it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if if a tornado goes by, you stand strong. Do you know why most business goes out of business? Let me tell you why. One of the biggest factors that business go out of business, not only because of sales, because sales is the thing, but beside that is because they don't have enough capital to withstand the downtime, to withstand the storm. If you can withstand the storm during the downtime, dude, your climb up will be 10 times, 10x more than you were today. But most businesses don't have enough capital. They don't have the foundation to withstand that storm. And they go out of business. Okay? So remember, don't scale too fast. Slow and steady, what wins the race. Plug in one person at a time. Once again, everything I share with you is also the mistake that I make when Lon and I tried to scale our wholesaling business. Here's what we should have done. We should have went from $5,000 a month in marketing to $10,000, okay, and then just go in increment to $20,000, $30,000. But instead, we went from $5,000 a month in marketing. We jumped all the way to $50,000 a month in marketing. So we were sending out letters, postcards. We were doing a bunch of stuff, running PPCs, spending on ads, everything. And we got all these calls that comes in, and we were overloaded, and we didn't have enough manpower to take these calls down. So we were losing deals left and right. Things were falling through the crack, and we didn't even have the right funnel in place. So instead, we lost a lot of money, a lot. Okay? So once again, slow and steady is the key. Okay? Number 7. Okay? Number 7, mistake number 7. Have any of you who here have made one of these mistakes already. Number 7 is, man, do not, man, do not fall in love. Do not fall in love with the numbers. Do not fall in love with the numbers. I'm sorry. My bad. Do not fall in love with the property. Okay? Do not fall in love with the property. Fall in love with the numbers. If the number makes sense, then it works. If it doesn't make sense, it just doesn't work. It's not a deal. Okay? Do not waste time, okay, trying to convince a seller to sell you at a discount when they don't have to, okay? When they don't have to. So focus on, do not fall in love with the property, but instead fall in love with the numbers. If the number makes sense, if it looks like a deal, it sounds like a deal, everything looks good, boom, lock it up. If not, just move on. Don't waste your time, okay? Don't waste your time, okay? Number 8. Man, number eight, mistake number 8 is that don't be desperate. Okay, a lot of you, man, when you're on the phone with the seller, you sound desperate, okay? You sound so desperate that they can sense it from you, and it comes off extremely scammy. Especially if especially 3 months go by, you haven't done a deal, and all of a sudden you got a seller that's somewhat motivated, and you get all excited, and you become like very desperate, right? You sound very desperate. You want to get the deal done and things like that. Once again, don't be desperate, and you just got to be ready to walk away if the number don't work. That's the pro tip to being the badass negotiator. Is you have to come in with the number, and you have to be able to walk away if the number doesn't work, and let them call you back. Okay? So don't act desperate. That way you don't lose on the deal, okay? We got 2 more. We got number 9 and number 10 mistake that you need to avoid. I'm keep looking down because everything is on my phone, okay? Okay. So mistake. Whoops, I just erased the SKOOL. Okay, let me put it back for Kimberly. Whoever else, probably one of the most affordable launch I've ever done. Okay, it's right there. Okay, finally, number 9 is don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to make your low ball offer. Okay, don't be afraid to make your low ball cash offer. Okay, listen, every swing that you don't take, you miss. Every offer you don't make, you lose on a potential deal. So don't be afraid to make the lowball offer. A lot of you're so scared to make your lowball offer that you don't make an offer at all. Because you're like, oh man, the seller's going to be mad. They're going to be upset. They're not like, I don't want to get cussed at, yell at, whatever your excuse is. I want you to understand, don't be afraid to make your lowball cash offer. My mentor used to tell me, Kong, if your offer is not low enough, okay, I mean, if you're not embarrassed about your offer, then it's not low enough. Make it so low that you are embarrassed, you are scared to even make the offer. And if the seller does accept your offer, Kong, instead of making $5,000, guess what, Kong? You make $25,000. And he said, Kong, you can always go up on your numbers, right? If they don't accept it, you can always increase, but you can't just come down, right? So don't be afraid, guys. Make those low ball offer, right? Every no is getting you closer to a yes. And when they do accept your offer, you will make a lot more than if you were to make an offer that is too high, right? That there's not enough spread in there for you, okay? Finally, number 10, okay? This is the one here. Maybe this is the one for you, okay? This is number 10. Here's what you need to avoid, okay? Avoid overload, okay? Overload. A lot of you're overload with information. You're overload with all the ideas and things like that. And it's holding you back from making the move, okay? You're overthinking. And then you procrastinate because you overload with information. You have not done step 1 and you already worry about step 10, okay? That's the problem. You haven't done step 1, you worry about step 10. Who here is like that? So yesterday, I got a message from Frank. Frank's like, Kong, I'm the type of guy who likes to analyze everything before I start. And I said, well, how long have you been following me? He'd been following me for almost a year. And I said, well, Frank, how many deals have you done? He said, I haven't done any. And I said, come on, man, shit, bro. That is your problem. You overthink, you overload, you analyze every single thing. You're afraid to make a mistake. You're afraid to make the move. You're afraid to pull the trigger. And that is your problem. And I said, the only way that you will get results, Frank, is you need to not worry about step 10 and just worry about what you need to do now. So what do I need to do now? Okay. Step 1, get step 1 done, and then you will see step 2, and then you'll see step 3. But if you haven't pulled trigger step 1 and you're trying to worry about step 10, like you're trying to put all the puzzle together before you make a move, you are the one who will never make a move. You will be the one who will kill your dream, my friend, because you overthink. Okay, I was going to put procrastination, but I can't spell procrastination, because you will kill your dreams because you overthink. By overthink, it's not going to help you make a move. Okay? So hopefully those 10 mistakes, please avoid them. Okay? Get started today. And this is something that The Rock said. He said, one day or day one. Which one is it? The people who said, one day I'll do it, one day I'll start, one day I'll join, is the people that will never do anything in life. It's the people who said, let's make today as day one. Let's just say you want to get slim, get fit, go to the gym. Instead of I'll do one day or tomorrow or the next day, whatever. Make it today as your day one. Even if you have to go and put in 30 minutes on a treadmill, you already starting your journey on day one. Day one instead of one day. Okay? Winners, my friend. It's all about day one. Okay? We all started with day one. Okay? Not one day. So I want you to understand that. Okay? So here's something I also want you guys to understand. Okay? Now, for those of you who's like, hey, Kong, I've been watching you a lot. Okay? But I'm still stuck. I tried it myself. I'm having a tough time closing my first deal. Or maybe maybe you have done 1 or 2 deals and you're like, Kong, how can I start closing 1 deal consistently a month? Now, to that, you gotta have funnels. You gotta have, you set up your systems so things gotta flow into your pipeline. So if that's where you're at and you need help either closing your first deal or your next deal, and you want to work with me and my team, I love to have you a part of my students and have you as one of my testimonial. Just go to coachwithkong.com. Okay, this is when you spend time with me and my team. So let me share with you some of the great results in my coaching. Now, one of my top students for 2025. This is my top student for 2025. His name is Clint. Clint started with me in February. He got laid off. Oh, he got let go. I'm sorry, not lay off. He got let go, fire from his 6-figure a year. Okay, job. And I tell him, I say, dude, God's have better plan for you. He shut one door so he can open up another door for you. Clint already closed 15 deals. Look at this. He's playing golf. Oh, whoa. There's music. I don't know if YouTube allow that. But he's playing golf and just closed another deal for $11,000. He said it's baby. Here's a baby deal. Okay? Anyways, I appreciate each and every single one of you. And let's see if there's any questions here. Oh, I have a seller I want to call. Oh, wait, Doug. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so I have a seller. He gave me a call or text me. Okay. So we got a seller here that is we're in a process of renegotiating, but he just texted me he won't be available. So I have to call him a little bit later. How about let me call a realtor? Let me call my realtor really quick. Let me call Tim. Yes, can hear that.
King Kong.
What up, superstar?
How you doing?
Good, Tim. Hey, you got a few minutes to chat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good, man. Hey, so what's going on with the buyer for Birchwood?
I sent him down to the city. I said, go down to the city, get all your questions answered before we do a showing.
Yeah, perfect. Because it seems like that's the biggest thing with your other buyers, right, Tim? That he doesn't believe that you can put an ADU on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because it's the width of the driveway.
Right.
Can't get by the house for fire department.
Sure, I understand.
So I think for someone to develop that, they really either just buy the house and fix the house up, call it good, or you tear the house down and redevelop the whole thing.
Okay, so my question is, if, in your personal opinion, Tim, if someone was just to buy and keep the house and renovate it, what do you think the current value is?
Probably like $650.
You mean like that's in perfect condition, or is that like as is? Obviously perfect, right?
I would say fixed up, ready. Yeah, move in ready. Yeah.
Yep, right around 650,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for the price of like 400,000, do you think it's too high for them?
I don't know. Let's just give him some time to talk to the city first.
Okay.
He might be willing to just do a flip on it. You never know. But do you think there's some room there?
Yep.
There's some room with the seller?
Oh, man. To be honest, I am trying to work with the seller, and they got a lot of stuff going on as well.
Yeah.
But they said but I think that they are stuck at that 400,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty much stuck. Now, Tim, have you gotten the information for the Lummi Island that we just got under contract?
No, I have not received anything from your gal yet.
Okay, I'll call Angeline right now, and I'll make sure that she get that stuff over to you ASAP.
Great.
Because I think that'll be a great deal for someone who's looking to like an Airbnb. It'll be perfect.
I love it.
All right, Tim.
Yeah, as soon as you get it, as soon as I get it, I'll send it off.
You got it. Let me call Angeline now. Thanks, Tim.
Sounds great. Okay, Con.
Bye. Okay, let me call. Dude, this is business time, you know? So give me some time here. I'm doing business live. Okay, hold on a second. Kimberly said, hey, coach, how do you do with states saying you must have a real estate license? I'm speaking absolutely about PA, so Pennsylvania. So Kimberly, yes, there are some states now that's starting to require you to have a license. For example, in Washington state, by January 1st, which is my state, by January 1st, they require you to have a real estate license to be able to wholesale. There's also some laws and regulations that Washington is doing. We got to also hire an appraiser. It's just whack now, okay? So what I am going to do, my plan is, one, is I either double close, okay, double closing the property, right? Or I will personally buy it and then list it, right? Which is called wholesale, okay? Wholesaling. And I know some of you don't have the capital like I have, right, to buy and then list it. You can do a double closing. Now you need transactional funding to come in place. So there's a company out there that will fund the transaction for you at a cost, 1% to 2%. Or you can get a license, or you can partner up with someone that has a license, team up with someone that has a license, or you can virtually wholesale. I mean, that's my next thing. You know, I mean, we currently wholesale in 3 different states: Florida, Washington, and Arizona. So if I have to go into another state, I'll just go into a whole nother state. This is because I've done virtual wholesaling for the past 7 years. We don't meet the seller, don't see the property. I can go and do it wherever I want. So those are, Kimberly, so those are your options, okay? So let me call my VA up really quick here. Derek, dude, congrats on that killer deal, man. So let me call Angeline up really quick here. because she needs to get that information over to. She needs to get that information over to Tim. I know she says she's on a call. She's on a call with the title company, so got a lot of stuff going on. But dude, got to get it done. This is a little bit boring, I know. I think she's on the phone.
Hi, Kong.
Angeline, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Hey, Angeline, have you had a chance to blast out the deal that we have on Lummi Island yet, or are you waiting for pictures?
Yeah, we're waiting for the pictures. Actually, I was just talking to the We Go Look because due to the area that's so remote and they have a hard time getting pictures. And actually, I reached out to the seller already yesterday just in case that until today that we cannot get an answer from the We Go Look. So I asked I asked her an option if she can talk to the neighbor.
Oh,
Yeah, she can talk to the neighbor and get photos, and I will talk to my team manager just to, get something to pay to him. And she told me that she will talk to the neighbor. I tried to reach out this morning. I reached a voicemail, and when she called me, I wasn't able to answer because I'm talking to Lon. But what she said on that voicemail is that she is now trying to reach that neighbor, so it might be this afternoon that if he can take photos. So that's the option that I did, Kong, because I want to get the photos.
Hold on, Angeline, got it. So my thing is, I don't think that we should wait. We should wait for the photo to hold us off. What you need to do is in the email blast that we're going to send out to the buyer, just let them know the picture is coming soon. And then once you have the picture, you can always resend it again with pictures.
Yeah, we actually, Kong, that's our normal thing that we do in our process in blasting it. It's just that I just follow your instruction to wait for the photos. So that's why I wait for it.
All right. Well, I apologize, Angeline. Let's go ahead and blast it out because Tim said he might have a buyer for it. So let's go ahead and blast it out. Once we have the buy, once we have the picture, then we send it out again with pictures.
Okay.
Sounds good, Angeline.
I will going to do that marketing now.
Sounds good. Bye, Angeline.
All right, okay. Okay, Kong. Thank you.
Bye. So the only way for those of you looking to grow and scale, only way for you to not work in the business and on the business is obviously got to be system, process, and team, right? So anyways, I hope this video added a lot of value to you, okay? I appreciate each and every single one of you on here. I wish you nothing but the best. Once again, for those of you, if you want to work with me and my team, you need some help, some coaching, closing your first deal or your next deal, just go to coachwithkong.com. Until next time, take care, and let's go get this money out.